nuts off, giving me one shitty mission after another.
You're an expendable! You're here to be expended!
Every time I died, they just printed me out again. Everyone asks, what's it feel like to die? The ship was filled with mostly dickheads. But Nasha, she's always loved me.
Mickey Bonds, fighting right to the end.
My great gift to mankind. Are you afraid to die? This time I wasn't scared.
So I wanted to review this one, guys, because I thought it was really fun. This is also the movie that I saw on 4DX, so I'm not going to be grading the movie based off of the experience of the 4DX. This is going to be solely based off of what I thought of just the film. Now, Mickey 17 is about Robert Pattinson, who joins a program and he becomes an expendable. So they constantly reprint him and kill him and test him like a guinea pig, and they'll have him go breathe out in space and see if he gets any effects from it. And then he starts coughing up blood, and they're like, okay, the air is poisonous. And it's a really fun idea. It's a worth of watch, but it's not theater worthy. It doesn't have that much flair to it. It's not groundbreaking. My issue with it is it's a one-timer. This isn't something I would watch again, but it's definitely a fun first timer for anyone who hasn't watched it. There's a lot of elements that are very fun to explore and experience with the character, and his character is kind of funny and goofy, and he's not the smartest guy in the world, and it's fun to watch him struggle and try to make something of himself by taking on this job. There were a lot of characters in the film which bothered me because I felt like it padded too much of the runtime, and it made the movie 30 minutes longer than it needed to be. I didn't really get much out of a lot of the characters. I got some out of the core 4, but there was like 8 main characters that were constantly in the movie that had tons of screen time, and I think that weighs down the movie's experience and pacing because there's just too many people involved in the screenplay. In the middle, it gets very slow because they're trying to get you to know all these new characters, and you just honestly don't care. You just want to see the fun bits with Robert Pattinson's character, and they do show it, you do get it, but they're little pockets. They'll show a little bit here, and then it will go away for a few minutes and then come back as we explore the other characters. And that's what I was talking about. The movie definitely could have been chopped down to 1 hour and 45 minutes. It did not need to be 2:15, 2:20. The story was funny. There was good comedy in it that landed, that made the characters unique and interesting. And I think that was played out really well, especially with Robert Pattinson's character. And Mark Ruffalo was a big goofball and kind of an idiot leader, and the movie knew what it was, and it played off of that with these characters clashing with each other. There is an alien element to it that I thought was interesting. I didn't know it was going to go that direction. I didn't know they were going to be such a big part of the film, but they tried to make them goofy as well, and there was a communication between the aliens. I thought it worked for what the movie was giving. I can understand the critiques of people not liking it, and it can come off very clumsy and predictable and laughable in a bad way. I don't see a lot of people loving this movie, but it's definitely in par with okay and fun. The middle was the worst part of the film. That dragged forever, and it weighs you down checking the watch. And it's always a bad situation for a filmmaker when their audience is checking the watch. And I think that's going to have a major impact on other people who watch this film. Rent it, watch it once. I think you would thoroughly enjoy it in some way. You would find something out of it. It is a big world, so there's different characters with different traits of humor. This movie has a lot of heart to it, and then there are moments that get really serious. So it has everything you're looking for, and it has some really fun action sets are the gold of the movie, and they are the best part about it. So don't cross this one off your list if you're interested in it. Just definitely wait for it to come out on video. It's more of a stay-at-home fun movie to watch. It's definitely a popcorn movie. I'm going to grade Mickey 17 a B-. This is definitely a fun one, guys, and I do want to recommend it. Well, definitely don't miss my next review, guys. It is one I worked really hard on, and I wrote a script out for, and I wanted to make it the best I could. Find out by hitting that subscribe button and hitting that notification bell so you can be notified when the next video comes out. And I will catch you movie fans on my next review.